We go again. Yeah, you don't know that, but I just recorded the whole video. That was approximately 20 minutes of recording, I think. And for the first time, I forgot to press record on my computer. So I had a great image, but an awful sound. So whatever, let's just start all over again. So whatever. If you love Pokemon as much as I do, you probably hate Nintendo as much as I do, for a precise reason, not in general, obviously. They don't give us a good method of like dedicated to streaming or recording in general. You know, there's nothing standard, there's nothing of good quality made by them, or they don't even recommend anything. They don't care. And you know, I shiny hunt and I enjoy it, and I also enjoy watching people shiny hunt. I stream, by the way, if you want to come say hi, twitch.tv/Erwin. And I also enjoy watching shiny hunting streams. But there's this issue, which is it's way too complicated to figure out how to stream any Pokemon game on Twitch. So that's what I'm gonna tell you today. There we go. Basically, let me get straight to the point. There are three solutions: the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is, you will have guessed it, the most expensive one. It is buy capture cards, depending on your device. There are different ones, different ways of getting them. I'll get into that in a moment. The bad is hacking or modding your device, which is very bad. And the ugly is to film your device with anything, a webcam or your phone or whatever. Just film it. So let's jump into the interesting part. The good is to buy capture cards. So let's get the first part. It's the Nintendo Switch. It is very easy. Just buy a capture card. It's quite affordable. The best overall is an Elgato capture card, which I will link in the description, and there will also be tons of links for the rest of the video, so feel free to navigate there. I hope that you will discover a lot of stuff. For the Switch, yeah, this is quite affordable. It's around 160 euros for the best, but you can find cheaper alternatives that will definitely work out. So obviously, if you choose to buy such a capture card, you will be able to stream Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, yuck, and Pokemon Sword and Shield, cool. That's tons of content, that's quite affordable, that's quite easy to get. You're set for the Switch. Onto a little bit of a trick. That's the 3DS. That's quite hard, I'm not gonna lie. You have to use a third party. Like, you have to find trustworthy people that will install it for you, or you can install it by yourself. I wouldn't do it, but still. But that's extremely expensive. Like, if you want a console with shipping and with a capture card, it's approximately 350 euros. And that's only 3DS and 3DS XL, because all the others are either not done by anyone or simply sold out. Depending on the region you're living in, you will want to contact different people. All the links will be in the description. Do not worry. And if you choose this solution, it's overall the best because it has the widest range of generations. You can play all the 3DS games, all the virtual consoles, all the DS games. So that's basically generations 1 through 7. Because of the virtual consoles, then there are the DS games, then there are the 3DS games. So there's not the Switch games, obviously, but that's maybe the best option. And also you can play the remakes of the first 3 generations, which is not like the first game, but it's still playable in some way. And finally, we have the DS, and that is very, very hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is currently sold out worldwide. You have to find Loopy's website, which will be in the description, and check it out from time to time, because he's supposed to get stock someday, no one knows when. And whenever he does, I think those things will quickly disappear, sadly. But yeah, for the DS, it is a bit more affordable. It's approximately 170 to 200 euros. Again, you can either do it by yourself or contact someone to do it for you. And with that, you will be able to stream all the GBA games and the DS games. So that's basically Gens 3 through 5 with the remakes of Gens 1 and 2. So let's say Gens 1 to 5. That was the good method. That is the correct method, the most beautiful method that will look the best on your stream. But yeah, obviously that's the most expensive method. And if you don't want to do that, the bad is here for you. It's free, it's bad, very bad. But sometimes you don't have a choice, and that is hacking your console. And with that, you will be able to basically install boot NTR on your console, install SneakerStream on your PC, and display your console screen on your PC to just stream it. It's that easy. However, let me remind you of something. This is at your own risk. You can break your system, you can have very bad surprises, you can have issues with the updates, you can have a ton of issues. So make sure you know what you are doing. There's a complete guide that I will again link you in the description, and if you follow it thoroughly, you won't have any issue. But if you do a slight mistake, you can have some very unpleasant surprise. So think about it before starting doing anything, please. Also, that's free, but that doesn't mean that the quality is perfect. It depends on your internet connection, because you will have to use the Wi-Fi on your console and send it to your PC that will be connected to the same network. You can have FPS drops that doesn't look as good as a DS with a capture card, which won't have any issue. But if you choose this solution, you can play on virtual consoles and 3DS games. You cannot play DS games. Though it is a 3DS, it crashes whenever you try to use boot NTR, which with the DS games, any DS game, it doesn't work. So that's basically Gens 1 and 2 with the virtual consoles. There are remakes again, Gens 1, 2, 3, and there are the Gens 6 and 7, which are native 3DS games. Up to you. And finally, the ugly is simply filming your device with anything, your webcam, your phone, anything, These days people have amazing smartphones. I'm sure you can use it a bit more than you should. I mean, you have an amazing camera, you have a phone that's worth 1,000 euros maybe. Just use the damn camera, it looks so good. It's just make sure the phone is stable. Maybe add an overlay like to hide your fingers or anything. Have a good lighting. And if you do all of that, it's quite doable. I think it's a good solution to begin. So yeah, it's obviously you can play any game because you will just film what you're doing. So you can play any generation, any game, as long as you have the console and the game. That's cool. But yeah, I would say the ugly is for beginners, but overall an acceptable solution. Don't worry too much about your stream quality when you're starting. Try things out and you'll figure out if you really want to do this, and you'll get the money eventually and maybe buy capture cards later. Don't think about it for now. Okay, let's summarize this. So there are 3 methods: the good, the bad, the ugly. Capture cards, hacking, filming. Yeah. So the capture cards are extremely expensive, and that's of course the major issue, because otherwise they are by far the best solution. You can play any game, you have the best quality, you have good audio, good FPS, you have everything. There are people who install it that are trustworthy. It's the best solution if you have the money. And if that's not the case, there's the bad, which is hacking. I've done it myself. I mean, I didn't, but I bought second-handed modded 3DS. Never do that in your entire life. I had tons of issues. I made it work, but I definitely wouldn't do it ever again, nor recommend it. Just if you feel ready and comfortable trying to do this, then there are tons of tutorials, there are tons of people who have already done it. You can give it a shot, but otherwise think about it before doing it. Because again, you can break your consoles, you can have issues which you won't have with the capture cards, because maybe when the DS updates, then your hacked version won't be working or anything like that. You know, you can have tons of issues. Whereas the 3DS capture cards, for instance, are definitely more reliable. They are future-proof, they are more stable. And talking about stable, there's the ugly, which is filming your device. And if you have a stable webcam or phone, good lighting, you are starting out, it's a great method. It will be a quite poor quality, I'm not gonna lie, but hey, you're just beginning. Don't worry about it too much. Try it out. And yeah, if anyone has ever tried one of those 3 methods, feel free to tell me in the comment what you thought. So hey, happy streaming. I hope that this guide helped you, and I'll see you around.